Using one question, isn't it? I gave one question and we are not able to complete. Take that one. What's the question given then? You're tossing two dice. You're tossing two dice. A denotes set of four, even number on the first die. A denotes the event of getting even number on the first die. B is getting a number, not odd number on the first die. And C is sum of the numbers on both the dice are less than or equal to 5. Isn't it? Sum of the numbers is less than or equal to 5. And we are asked to find out some events there, isn't it? Isn't it? Did you try up to these events? Is it complete? Did you find what is A, what is B, what is C? Yes. Okay. So now describe these events. Write down. First one, A dash. What is A dash?
B, ma'am.
A dash will be B. Yes. Yes, it is correct. A dash will be B, isn't it? A dash is set of all. A is set of all events having even number on the first die. So it will be the complement. It will be B. What about the next one? Not B. It is given in the wording. Not B. What is meant by not B? B dash. Yes. What is B dash?
A.
A. Third one, A or B. A or B means it is
Union.
union B. Good. So what is A union B? When you take the union,
Sample space.
the sample space, the whole set itself you will get. It is the sample space, yes. Then fourth one, A and B. A and B. A and B means it is A intersection B, isn't it? Intersection. A intersection B. What is A intersection B? Will you be getting A intersection B? No, isn't it?
Empty set.
Sets. A intersection B is 5. Then fifth one, A but not C. A but not C. That means A but not C. How do you denote this? A but not C means A minus C, isn't it? We have to remove the elements from A which are present in C. A minus C. Only those elements in A. Right. Yes.
Ma'am, simply we can write A minus C, or should we write what all are the like components?
You can, no, you have to write down what are the components that you have tried. Here I get A, yes, this one is okay. But here you will not get. So here you have to write the components. Okay, can you give the elements? A minus C, which are the things you will get? Odd number, isn't it? You should get even number on the first die. So you'll get 2, 1 you will get. 2, 1 whether you will get? No, isn't it? Sum of the numbers is less than or equal to 5. So you will not get 2, 1. 2, 2 you will not get. 2, 3 will be there. 2, 4, isn't it? So 2, 3 also will not get because equal to is there. Less than or equal to 5. Then 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. Then 4, 1 we will not get. 4, 2 is there. 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6. Then 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6. Is it correct? Anila? Anila, Mohanan? Is the answer correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. About, yeah. Okay. Next. B or C. Sixth one is B or C. So in B or C, what you will get, Nandana? B or C. It is B union C, isn't it? What you will get?
1, 1,
1, 1,
1, 2, 1, 3,
1, 3,
1, 4,
1, 4,
1, 5, 1,
1,
6,
1, 6,
2, 1, 2, 2,
2, 1, 2, 2,
2, 3,
2, 3,
3, 1,
3, 1,
3, 2,
3, 2,
3, 3,
3, 3,
3, 4,
3, 5,
3, 6,
3, 6. Then
4, 1,
1.
then 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5.
5, 6. Is it okay? Atul, the answer is correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is B or C. Next is B intersection C. Not B intersection, it is given as B and C. What is B and C? B and C. Just B intersection C. So only those elements which are common to B and C. Gayatri. Give the answer, Gayatri.
1, 1,
1, 1,
1, 2,
1, 2,
1, 3,
1, 3,
1, 4,
1, 4,
3, 1,
3, 1,
3, 2.
3, 2. Is it correct, Karthik?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The next is A intersection B dash intersection C dash. A intersection B dash intersection C dash. So first you find what is A intersection B dash.
A itself.
A itself, isn't it? So it is same as A intersection C dash, isn't it? Because B dash is same as A. So it is A intersection C dash. What is A intersection C dash? A intersection C dash.
Ma'am, starts from 2, 4,
It starts with 2, 4. Okay.
2, 5, 2, 6.
2, 6. All the elements you will get. 3 you will
Then,
get, isn't it? Then 4.
ma'am, but 3, how will we get?
3 we will not get, isn't it?
Yes.
So the next starts with 4.
4, 2
4, 2. 4, 3.
till 4, 6.
4, 4. 4, 5. Then 4, 6. Then 5 we will not get, isn't it? So we'll get from 6. 6, 1. 6, 1. 6, 2. 6, 3. 6, 4. 6, 5. 6, 6. Okay, now after this, what is asked? What is asked? After finding all those things, some sub questions are asked, isn't it? Again, whether A and B are mutually exclusive. What is the answer? Krishna Chandran. Okay, we found out all those things. Based on this only, how to answer the remaining questions. Krishna Chandran, whether A and B are mutually exclusive. The A and B are mutually exclusive.
Yes.
Yes. When will you say it is mutually exclusive?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, correct. Why? Why it is mutually exclusive? When will you say two events to be mutually exclusive?
Intersection.
Intersection is empty. If the intersection is empty, it is mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Look at the next one. A and B are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Is it true, Aishwarya? A and B are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Yes. What is? Huh?
Yes,
Why we are saying it is exhaustive events?
because union is the sample space.
Yes. When you take the union, if you get the whole set, whole sample space, we call it as exhaustive events. Next, third one. A is equal to B dash. Is it true? Rijas. Is it true? Yes. A is equal to B dash.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then fourth subdivision. A and C are mutually exclusive. Michael. A and C are mutually exclusive.
No.
No. Okay, mutually exclusive means intersection is not there. Okay, intersection is empty. If they are disjoint only, we call it is mutually exclusive. Now look at the fifth one. Annette and Anthony, where A and B dash mutually exclusive. A and B dash, are they mutually exclusive? Annette? A and B dash, are they mutually exclusive? What is B dash? Then based on that, you can give the answer, isn't it? A is given. A and B dashes are asked. B dash means it is same as A. So, are they mutually exclusive? Dia. Is it A and B dash mutually exclusive? Dia.
No.
No. Then, sixth one, A dash, B dash, and C are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. A dash, B dash, comma C are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. What is the answer? What's the answer? You check, look in the set A, B, and C, and you can answer it. It is not possible, isn't it? That is again, it's not mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. You should get intersection as empty. You are not getting that intersection as empty. So it is not mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Okay, so I hope you are familiar with now what is meant by exclusive, exhaustive event syndrome. Okay, before starting with the next concept, Punya, she asked one doubt. Okay, let us all do that question. Write the question. Write down this question. A die is thrown. A die is thrown repeatedly. A die is thrown repeatedly until a 6 comes up. Until a 6 comes up. A die is thrown repeatedly until a 6 comes up. What is the sample space for the experiments? What is the sample space for the experiments? A die is thrown repeatedly. You are doing it again and again until a 6 comes up. What is the sample space for the experiments? Yes, what will be the answer? We are asked to find the sample space, isn't it? We are throwing a die. It is not given. We are throwing it 2 times or 3 times. Okay, the number of times is not mentioned. If you get 6, you will stop. So what will be the outcome? What are the positive outcomes you will get? Okay, can you give the sample space? Yes. Okay. Suppose, listen, children. Suppose in the first row itself I get 6. I will stop. Is that no? Suppose I am getting 6 in the first step itself means we will stop. Because what is asked? If you get a 6, you can stop. So, suppose I am getting 6 in the first row, then we can stop there itself. If not, suppose I am not getting 6. If I am not getting 6 means I'll be getting 1 or I may get 2, 3, 4 or 5 you will get. So the next possibility is after 1 I'll maybe getting 6 or after 2 I'll get 6. After 3 I'll get 6. On second case, okay, I will be getting 6 in the second chance. After 5 we'll be getting 6. Okay, this is the first case. Suppose we can stop it in the first throw itself. Or we'll be stopping it in the second throw. Or what is the next case? It may 116 or 126. It goes on like this. Okay, so it is an infinite set. Here, the sample space is an infinite set. And share the screen. I think you are not completed. Copy it. Is it clear? It is an infinite set. Why we say it is infinite? Because stopping this one. If I get 6 in the first throw, we will stop there. Suppose I am getting 6 in the second throw. These are the possibilities. Sometimes if you are not getting in the second throw, then we will be getting it in the third throw. Third throw. It may be 116, 126. So like this, you can write so many, isn't it? 116, 126, 136, 146. It goes on. Likewise, you can start 216, 226. So you'll get so many elements. 216 elements you will get. So we are not writing all. We are writing this as etc. So this is the case with third throw. Now you need fourth throw, fifth throw. It goes on endless. So this is an example for infinite sample space. Is it clear, my dear children? Is it okay? Are you able to understand this one? Aparna? Punya, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now write the next heading. The next heading we are going to learn is, the next topic is axiomatic approach to probability. Axiomatic approach to probability. Axiomatic approach to probability. So in axiomatic approach, we'll not be considering the events to be equally likely and all. Okay, we assume certain axioms. We assume some conditions are true. Some axioms are there. Based on that, we find out the probability. Okay. So for defining the axiomatic approach, let S be the sample space. Let S be the sample space. Let S be the sample space of the random experiments. Okay, let F be the sample space of the random experiments. Then the probability P is a real valued function. Then the probability P is a real valued function whose domain is the power set of S. Whose domain is a power set of S. Okay, we are cut. What is meant by power set? What is power set?
Collection of all subsets.
Consider all possible subsets. Okay, so we are defining probability as a function. It is a function from, okay, it is a function from the power set of S, and the range is lying in the interval closed 0, 1. Whose range lies in the interval 0, 1. When you take probability, it should lie between 0 to 1, isn't it? So we can define the probability as the function, real valued function, whose domain is the power set of all sample space.
Can you repeat the definition?
Let S be the sample space of the random experiments. The probability P is a real valued function. It is a real valued function. It is a real valued function whose domain is the power set of S. Whose domain is the power set of S. And range is the interval closed 0, 1. And the range is the interval closed 0, 1. Closed 0, 1. Satisfying the axioms. Satisfying the following axioms. Satisfying the following axiom. The first one is P of E is greater than or equal to 0. If you take any event, its probability is greater than or equal to 0. P of E is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, it satisfies this probability function. This function will satisfy the condition. Probability of an event. If you take any event, its probability is greater than or equal to 0. Then probability of the sample space will be 1. Probability of the sample space is 1. And the third property to be satisfied is, third one is P of E union F is equal to P of E plus P of F, where E and F are exclusive events. E and F are exclusive events. What is under exclusive events? E and F are exclusive events. E and F are exclusive
The
events.
intersection F is null set.
Null set. Okay, in set theory, we are learning one formula, isn't it? What is P of A union, N of A union B? It is N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. Usually, this is the formula we'll be using. But here, it is given exclusive. So, intersection will be empty. So, it will be N of I will be 0. So, we will get P of E union F is equal to P of E plus P of F. P of E plus P of F. Okay. If A and B, write down, note, if A and B are not exclusive, suppose A and B are not exclusive, that means they have something in common. So in that case, if A and B are not exclusive, P of A union B will be equal to P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. If A and B are exclusive, okay, if it is exclusive only, you can stop with the first two. If A and B are any two events, then P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Okay, children. Okay. So now one sample space is given and you are asked to check. Okay, one sample space with the respective probabilities are given and you are asked to verify is it valid or not. Okay, one sample space with its respective probabilities are given and we are asked to check whether it is valid or not valid. Not valid means it will not be satisfying that conditions given. Probability of event lies between 0 and 1. Sum of all probabilities is 1. If that condition is not satisfying, then we say it is invalid. Okay. So let's try that one. That type will be asked for 1 mark question. Try it on. Let S be, capital S be the sample space. So let S be the sample space with the events W1, W2. We are denoting the events using the letters W1, W2. Otherwise, we say this as omega. Okay. Science students will be familiar with that word. Omega. Omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, omega 4, omega 5, 6, and omega 7. So this is a sample space having 7 elements. Now the first one, it is given as for W1, it is 0.1, 0.01, 0.05, 0.03, 0.01, 0.2, 0.6. 0.1, 0.01, 0.05, 0.03, 0.01, 0.02, sorry, 0.2, 0.6. Is it valid?
Ma'am,
Yes.
if it's repeating, is there an issue?
No problem. If we repeat, okay, here only that 3 conditions to be satisfied. If it is repeating, it's also no problem, not a matter. Is it valid? Whether the first condition is satisfied, if you take any event, probability of an event lies between 0 to 1. Isn't it? Is it lying there? Is it between 0 and 1? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What about sum of probabilities? What is sigma p of I? Is it 1? Check that one. Is it true? If it is satisfying, then it is valid. Otherwise, it is not valid. What is 0.1 plus 0.01, 0.05, 0.03, 0.01, 0.2 plus 0.6. The sigma pi is 1. Michael, is it 1, Michael? Yes, Michael.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is 1. Krishna Chandran, is it 1? So if it is 1, then it is valid. If it is 1, then it is valid. Okay. Probability, if you take an event, that probability should lie between 0 and 1. If the sum is 1, then it is valid. Sum of all the events. Add up all the probabilities of the events. If it is 1, then it is valid. Okay. The next class, we can learn more about this, more problems you have to solve. Okay. So time up and the session now. Thank you. Send me the assignments, those who are not completed. Finish it and send it.